Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and early, 6:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, so I'm in the middle of my workout today, and what I do a lot of times is I do a little surveillance. I put on One America or Newsmax on my app on my cell phone, on Pluto it's called, and I go through the conservative news sites, and I put them on in the background as I'm working out, as I'm doing bench presses, so I can listen to what these talk shows are talking about, what these hardcore right-wing conservative talk shows are talking about. And holy cow, I got to talk about something. I noticed a phrase that's been popping up, and I just gotta laugh at this. It's nothing too serious, but I gotta laugh at the first thing. Watch your six. Ooh, we've all heard this phrase before. We've all seen the movies with Tom Cruise. What was it, Jack Archer, I think it's called, and the Bourne Ultimatum. The one with Mark Wahlberg. Watch your six. Gotta watch your six. You got my six. So I was behind a truck the other day and it had Trump bumper stickers, and it had a watch your six bumper sticker, and I got a kick out of that. It's like, hey, I don't know if these guys are from are vets from the military or what. So, I was like, that kind of fits into their, it's something I would expect, a little military lingo. And I think a lot of the people that did go through to do the insurrection on January 6th, a lot of them were ex-military and police, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But anyway, it didn't surprise me. So then I'm watching Newsmax, and the news anchor closes his segment with "Watch your six." I was like, wow, that's a coincidence. And then I switch over to One America, and they're interviewing a congressman, this young congressman, 25 years old. Now, I got to be honest with you guys, I don't know. I didn't catch his name. Blonde, blue-eyed, corn-fed, American congressman. And he says, we got to watch our six. And so now it's a thing. Now it's a thing. Okay, so all the while, as they're bringing up they're dropping these military, this military lingo, all right? The previous piece, it had a segment where it was an opinion piece, and it was on Newsmax, and this man and this woman were talking about, I don't recognize Washington, D.C. anymore, because there's all this fencing and concertina wire and barbed wire and razor wire, and I don't recognize our country anymore. In the old days, we used to be able just to walk right in and then go talk to our congressman. I don't think that's true. From the people I know personally that have gone to the Capitol, it's had very intense security. Nobody can just walk into the Capitol, at least not the people I know. In years past, going back to the Obama administration, from what I heard, the security there has always been extremely tight, but not according to these guys. These guys, they were talking about when America was great and making America great again, where you could just walk in like Andy Griffith and go talk to your congressman, one-on-one with a piece of straw in your mouth. So anyway, he's talking about this concertina wire, and I don't recognize my country anymore now that the Democrats have taken over. And then they start talking about reprogramming. That they want to reprogram us in the concertina wire, and now it's starting to talk like some kind of pseudo, like something out of Germany, 1930s Germany, except in the future. Here's the convenient thing, though. And let me just finish the thought, though, first, okay? Then they start talking about the National Guard, and they talked about how 12 of the National Guard were removed out of safety, because they had some troubling posts where they were showing right-wing militia views, and that's understandable, as a good portion of these people that were arrested had National Guard or Army training or background. So I don't see anything wrong with being safe and looking. When they looked into the National Guard, their background, the National Guard, and they found 12 of them, but the people on this news show are saying that's a terrible thing. What did they just say? Did these National Guardsmen just say something against Hunter Biden, and that's what flagged them? So they're coming up with this, these bizarre instances. They're imagining these bizarre instances because we don't know. We honestly don't know what flagged these National Guardsmen. And it's a private thing. That's, it's between them and the National Guard and the Army and all that. But anyway, and the ironic thing of all this is they're making themselves look like, just totally innocent, and they just wanted to go in and talk to their congressman one-on-one. And ever since Biden took office, these barbed wires have strung up everywhere. Now they're kept away from their government and they're being reprogrammed. And they don't take into account that the reasons for this fencing, the reasons for the concertina wire, the reasons for this talk of reprogramming is because these are radical right-wing insurrectionists that actually took over the Capitol. Like they're not even taking into account that they're to blame pretty much for the fencing because their buddies are the ones that overran the Capitol. But they're somehow blaming the fencing on the Democrats and some kind of future dictatorship they see coming. It is willful ignorance. It's a complete detachment from reality. And even more than that, it's just a denial of everything that happened. All right, then they went on to talk about how it shows Democrats' true nature that they're trying to blame President Trump for this. That he had nothing to do with this. He didn't tell anybody to go smash windows. He didn't tell anybody to break down doors. And I want to mention there's some evidence they're going to bring up in Trump's impeachment trial that shows real-time footage from the crowd showing Donald Trump talking about fighting. You got to fight like hell. And it's somebody in the crowd filming this. And it turns to the people. And you hear them yelling, yeah, let's go take the Capitol. Let's go get the Capitol. And you hear about 5, 6, 7 people yelling, yeah, let's go to the Capitol. Let's go get them. And you hear Trump in the background saying you got to fight like hell. Let's go to march down. And you hear them actually in real time being incited by Donald Trump in real time. If that isn't evidence, if that is not our president actually working to overthrow our Senate and Congress in real time, I don't know what is. If that's not an impeachable offense, I don't know what is. As for impeaching a president after he's out of office, I don't know. I'm not a legal scholar, but here's the thing. We can't have this happening every 4 years if somebody loses an election, that people just go ape bat crap crazy and try to overtake the Capitol because they don't like election results. This cannot happen. Again, Trump has to be made a point has to be made right here and now. This has to be not allowed, period. But there's so much more I want to talk about. But just a little news as to what's going on over on Newsmax and One America. Their complete denial of anything that they just wanted to go talk to their congressman. All right, I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a good Wednesday.